Hello everybody, and welcome back. Before you depart, we got to see like a funny little play from Maury's prime years. Is that what we're gonna call those? His alive years. Maybe that's better. And but Memento's picking up on like the thing he thinks he's wants, right? He's learning. He's being a good boy. Well, let's just get this over with soon, so I can enjoy eternity. They probably got much better place up there. Know if I'll get to meet Gene Kelly or someone? I could spend all of forever learning from the greats. Let's not be hasty now. It's the last time you're ever going to see Earth. I would suggest you appreciate it before you're gone. I was about to respond when Memento's ears perked up. What's that? He faced the stage. The cast had finished doing their bows and were returning backstage. Memento was focused on the girl who played Star. She had dark skin and braided black hair that tumbled down shoulder length. Okay. Her name was Stella. If this is my memory, then. No, excuse me. I looked closer at Stella as she walked off stage. Her eyes looked red. The light caught the glisten of tears. Past me followed right behind her. What's going on there? Memento leapt onto the stage and followed the two. Hey, wait! The wolf followed Stella and my past self backstage. Now Stella was audibly weeping. Past Maury laid a hand on her shoulder, and she turned to face him. Come on, let's go somewhere quieter. The other castmates shot her concerned glances, but past Maury shielded her from view and led her to the changing room. He didn't show up. Come on, he must have been in the crowd. Did you see your mom? Stella nodded. Mom was there, but he promised me. No matter what happened with Mom, he said he'd see me here. Stella, I just wanted him to be here like before. Mento sidled up beside past me, looking curiously at the weeping girl. What's happening? Stella knelt down and buried her face in her hands. Why? Why did they have to... I know what you're going through, Stella. But never blame yourself. It was their decision. He never did enjoy these plays. Always said it was a waste of time. Maybe he's right. You know what? Your dad is a piece of garbage. Abandoning you like that, crushing your dreams. What kind of parent does that? Leaving you to suffer in the wake of their own issues. They're awful. Scum on earth. Forget about them. Stella looked shocked and stared at my past self, unblinking. I'm sorry, just forget about that. Please, stay strong. You're an amazing actress. You'll do great things. He knelt beside Stella and offered a hug. She nodded, and within a moment, we were locking in a tight embrace. Memento's ears perked, his eyes wide with curiosity as he approached the two. A beat slipped by, then past me let go of Stella and stood back up. I'll be here if you need me. Do you need time alone? Stella nodded. My past self approached the door to rejoin the rest of the cast. Just as his finger wrapped around the knob, he froze in place. What did you do? Pause the memory. Why? You were leaving. Yeah, and Memento turned to Stella, who was still kneeling. He approached her, looking intently at her face. What was that? Why was she weeping? I mean, I don't see how it's much of your business. Memento turned to me, confused. But these are mortal affairs, yes? Well, I guess you're right on that front. So, why do you hesitate? There's no reason not to. Still, I'd feel like a piece of shit for talking about it, even after I'm dead. Why? It's just because, I feel guilty regardless, even if it really doesn't matter anymore. Guilty? He looked away from me for a moment, almost as if the word had caught him off guard. Are you familiar with this emotion, Memento? It's when you feel shame for how your own actions have affected others. Be it lying or something, or, pushing someone you care about you away. Memento stared blankly for a second. I see. Interesting. Immediately, as if to veer right away from the subject, he turned to Stella. You embraced this girl. Did you love her? She was a close friend, but no. I would not say I was romantically interested. Well, I'm more into men, actually. Though I, never found anyone. No one? Yeah, just how it goes, I guess. Some were taken, while for others, it was just the wrong time. Would you have liked someone? A significant other? Someone to whom you deliver a loving kiss, like you did at the end of the show? Well, it sure would have been nice. And this romance. I have, feared off many who had romantic connections in their lives. It's the big source of grief, I find. Biggest form. Could you explain this romance to me? It's a common thread among those I've taken away. Well, you don't need to be with someone to be happy. I know plenty of content people with being on their own. And for them, that was perfectly fine. But, did you want to be with someone? It doesn't really matter what I wanted. Now, does it? I see. I apologize. Oh, this is a big pupper. I see. Memento pushed his snoot close to Stella's ear. Then the wolf threw a pair of fuzzy arms around her static body. I hope things turn out well for you, miss. I hope you don't see me too soon. Memento stood back up. Why'd you do that? Because you did it. You did a hug, and so did I. Yeah, it wouldn't have affected her. This isn't her. It's just a memory. Yeah. So why? Memento tilted his head and pondered for a moment. Like you said, just because. She just put on such a stunning performance, and now she's here, crying backstage. I also wish to understand this. This? Yes, pain, I believe you call it. No, not pain of the body, but pain of the heart, the soul. There are almost always tears when I reap someone. They're so deeply sad. But then I met some who were glad for it all to be over. Pains in life, now gone forever. Things they never have to deal with anymore. This pain is what I'm speaking of. You want to learn about sorrow? I mean, you're a reaper. You should know all about that. I'm talking about living sorrow. The sorrow of life. I'm death. I fill everyone with at least a bit of sorrow. So, what was your sorrow? You should know already how I died. Yes, but I wish to understand it. Do you want me to show you that miserable process I spent the last 4 years dealing with? I don't want to remember it. I don't want to relive that fucking hell. I understand your trepidation. Truly, this is a massive ask. But please, just let me see. You don't have to watch yourself. The wolf clasps his paws together, begging. Do I want to see it again? Do I want to see it all over? Do I want to see her again? Closure? That's all I want here. Maybe it'll reveal something. Maybe it'll show something different. Fine. Just don't expect me to get too enthused. Memento's tail wagged heavily, sending petals fluttering left and right. My deepest thanks, sir. Memento snapped his digits again. The world swirled into a vortex. Going back. Wonder if I made the right choice here. One day, I noticed the lumps that dotted the back of my neck. Thought nothing of it then. Christ, perhaps. Oh, Christ? Perhaps? They'd go away eventually. They never did. I called a doctor and I was assigned a hematologist? The waiting. God, the endless waiting. It was nothing. It'd be fine. The results returned. Clinical leukemia. A rare and aggressive form of blood cancer. A treatment resistant, they said. I knew what they really meant. An 80% survival rate for 5 years. Though incurable, it was an optimistic statistic. I only lasted 4 years. Interestingly, I felt nothing. When the word chronic escaped the doctor's lips, everything became dreamlike. My dreams, my ambition, my life. As they described my options, all I could think about was my own regrets. I graduated college with a bachelor's in computer science. Though I longed for the stage, reality pulled me into my senses. Maybe if I hadn't been in this position, afflicted by a disease that would addle me for the rest of my life, that would have been the right call. No money to be made, my father would repeat. But after death, that didn't matter. Maybe I could have made something of myself in those short years between then. Computers aren't terrible, but... That first year, I had never imagined something so hellish could be experienced by the human mind. It was a void that ate away at you more than the cancer. The tests, the trials, the medication. The first months I spent in chemo, then came the radiation therapy, every day of the week. By the end of each session, I was disgorging heaps of bile into the sink. I was parched, but no matter how much I drank, it never stayed down. And all for that? For what? I knew what laid ahead a few years on the line. I knew things would never get better. After the relapse, I made the decision to stop treatment. 2 years? Things had gotten worse physically, but my mind, on the other hand, I think I'd accepted it by that point. One day, there was bleeding under my skin. My platelet count, that's what that says, was dangerously low. It'd be my first of many emergency room visits for the rest of my life. It was getting more aggressive. My lymph? What is this word? Nodes were so bloated they felt life like rocks grafted beneath my skin. The first visit to the emergency room, I thought it'd finally be the end. Sadly, they managed to save me and put me back in a stable enough state to rest. Days spent in the hospital room were long and arduous. I would often think back then about my time with my theater buddies and how everyone was so close-knit. But after each play, inevitably, some piece of the group would fade off, away to pursue other interests. Even Stella, who stuck by my side since 3rd grade, vanished unexpectedly. But one day I saw her again. Apparently, she heard about my condition through a mutual friend. Unlike me, she was positively radiant, glowing brightly like the star she was. We sat together, reminiscing on days long past. She was doing pretty well for herself, not on Broadway, but apparently doing some commercials on television. She described all of the new people she got to meet, all of the hope for a bright future laid out before her. She was happy. She had hope. She had a dream that was within her grasp. She talked about wanting to star in a movie, and how she'd make sure I got some role in it as well. Thanks for the pity, but I think I'll pass. I'm afraid, well, dying. Wait, what is this? Kinda hard to be a good actor when you're, well, dying. You're pretty fortunate to get to do all those things. I'd hate to bring you down. You're a lucky girl, Stella. More than you could ever know. She gave me a peculiar look. Ah, sorry. I think the meds are messing with me. Well, be sure to ask your doctor about that. We lingered for an awkward beat before she spoke again. I'm really sorry, but I need to go. I'll be sure to visit you again soon. She hugged me. It was great catching up with you, Mari. I nodded. Yeah. Such a lucky girl. So fucking lucky. What? Hospice? Is that how that's pronounced? Care came by the 3rd year. At this point, I was a dead man walking. Though amid my deterioration, before the coming expiration date, they sure treated me nicely. Games, free massages, and end-of-life consultation. Not too shabby, I don't think. Where I spent my final day, my new home was a dedicated building off to the side, where I'd spend my final days. It was all already sorted out by then. Once I kicked the bucket, the funeral service would be on the scene immediately. All my assets would go to my father, what little I had anyways. My fate was written, and all I could do was sit around and wait for the sand to run out. By then, I loathed myself for the damn computer science degree. 4 years of study, and for what? Some soulless programming job I couldn't care less about. A few years of boring but financially stable work. It was tolerable. I couldn't complain if it meant I'd be supporting myself. Even knowing now how it all turned out, the move I made was likely the safest option. Like Dad said, for a person like me, going into the arts would have been financial suicide. Some kid who enjoyed community theater, aiming for a chance at stardom off Broadway. I barely got into a 75 acceptance rate university. Juilliard certainly wouldn't have given me a passing glance. Yet at this point, it didn't matter. I only had a scant few years of life, of a real adult life, and they were all wasted on something I cared nothing for. Perhaps I could have at least withered away with the satisfaction of knowing I tried and failed, as opposed to never having tried at all. Stella visited once more. It was winter, and the window was glazed with frost. Stella was adorned with a gaudy sweater, colored a lurid yellow. There was a sparkle in her eyes, a grin of excitement. Something huge must have happened. You seem happy. I got it. I got the part. Oh, did you know? Her voice rang out like a tropical bird. My agent managed to shoo my way into a pretty big movie, Mori. Her eyes beamed with joy. I'd swear she'd burst from the excitement. I forced a smile, nodding along as she explained just how proud she was of herself. So proud. So happy with her future. We did it, Mori. We did it. We? My smile broke. We did it? Stella, I know I'm dying, but come on. You don't need to bullshit me. Her expression froze, and she chuckled nervously. Well, I just... Is that what you came here to tell me? About the exciting new life you get to live? I just thought that'd make you happy. Yeah. That makes me feel amazing, alright. I'm sorry, did I? No, you're fine. Everything's fine. You know, except for my numbered days, everything's fine. Mori, I thought it'd help. Help? You thought it'd help. I sat straight up and stared her directly in the eyes. I don't need your help, Stella. I don't want it. You have to understand there's nothing you or anyone can do to make any of this okay. It's pointless. It's bullshit. Why the fuck do you even bother with me? Are you unable to grasp the fact? Maybe I don't want to be reminded of that. What I could be doing. Mori, that's not... Look at me. I tore my hospital gown apart, revealing my diseased skin, blotched black and blue from internal bleeding. Oh, excuse me. The bumps won't get any smaller. My hair bleached white after the treatment. Look at me. Tell me this is okay. I just want dignity. I just want to go with dignity. I'm prodded day in, day out. Babied every day, trapped in this godforsaken hole of misery. Mori, stop. Please. I know you're going through so much. I want to be there for you. I want to help you. I understand your pain. You understand? How could you possibly understand any of this? You're on your way to a glamorous, successful, fulfilling life. And I'm on my way to an early grave. By now, Stella's eyes were red, a glistening bead of a tear rolling down her cheek. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for all of this, Mori. But please, don't take it out on me. Let me tell you something. Did I feel satisfied? Maybe a bit. Like some justice had been earned. It was the most pathetic thing you could imagine. Alright, everyone. I am going to end the part here. So I do hope that you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.